All right, we got cut off, and I don't know when it cut me off, but we were just noticing a repeating pattern as we divided 121/35. So we were noticing, well, that's large. We were noticing that we have a repeating pattern because we have 3.457, 142857, 142857, 142857, and that pattern repeats and continues. The only change we see here is that it has been rounded off because our calculator can only display so many digits. So this is a repeating decimal, and I can't get my calculator off the screen. There we go. So if it is a repeating decimal, then we know that it is rational. However, it's not going to be an integer, a whole number, or a natural number. And if it's rational, it can't be irrational, but it certainly is a real number. So let's look next at the opposite of the square root of 16, or negative square root of 16. Well, I know that 16 is a perfect square, so this actually represents -4, which is not a natural number. I didn't know negatives when I was in preschool, and it's not a whole number, but it is an integer, and it's also rational because I could write this as a fraction or a ratio. If it's rational, it can't be irrational, but it's definitely real. And finally, 21/3. I can simplify this to 7, which is a counting number, and a whole number, and an integer, and a rational number, and a real number. But since it's rational, it cannot be irrational. I think you guys have the hang of it, but pause the video and try this one on your own. All the possible names for 1 2/9. Hopefully you circled real because every number we know is real. This is also rational, both rational and real, so I suppose we didn't have to circle that one. We could have identified this because 1 2/9 could be written as a mixed or a improper fraction. This, however, could not be an integer because of the fractional piece. And it cannot be irrational because we've already established it can be written in fraction form. So it is both rational and real. And you guys are now all set to check out for digits 4.2 homework. And I know you will do a marvelous job.